Today on NI, the TV show for Nigerians around the world. We look at how Nigerian designers are making their mark on the international fashion scene.
Jermaine Pennant, Patrick Vieira, Alicia Keys, Beyonce, Craig David. They're just, some of the people that have worn my clothing.
What does it take to build a top fashion label? On Impressions, we meet some foreigners who describe their stay in Nigeria.
I've seen some comedians who were coming there to do their show. I didn't completely understand them. I saw that a lot of Nigerians were laughing.
How well do you fly? This month's People's Choice is all about airlines in Nigeria. Tell us, which one is your favorite? Presented by Majic at the CMC Interiors Furniture Showroom, tucked away in Ikeja, Lagos.
It's time for Nigeria International.
Welcome to Nigeria International, the show for Nigerians around the world. I'm Mike Majic, and today we're at the exquisite showroom of CMC Complete Interiors, the perfect place to come to for home and office furniture, as well as interior decor services. Each week on NI, we take a look at Nigerian life around the world. That look would not be complete without getting the views of some of the foreigners in our midst. This week, we meet a few of them to find out their impression of our beloved Niger.
Our great country, Nigeria, is popularly known as the giant of Africa. And as the name implies, it doesn't take much to be noticed on the world scene. Naturally, we have a lot of people coming into the country for one form of business or the other. Ir Young and her colleagues from Korea came over to Nigeria to be part of a project tagged ajegunle.org. This project is aimed at equipping youth in Ajegunle with computer and entrepreneurial skills. Sarah Geertz is a documentary filmmaker who has come all the way from Belgium in order to finish her work on a documentary about Nigeria's home video industry. Let's find out from these foreigners their experience of staying in Lagos, Nigeria.
This is the first time to be in Africa for all of us. I was here before also, it's not my first time. So, of course, I didn't think to see like monkeys in the city. Just about the time that we need to prepare for our application is about the May 2007, and just the very before month, there were certain like some bad news was came out from Nigeria about kidnapping Korean people in Port Harcourt. So we were already afraid of that. When I was here first, I really wanted to get out of the car and meet with people. That was my aim. Yeah. As a person who just jumped into the country and see the society and see how people are doing, but I found such safety matters, being heard outside the country is not really true. I don't know, they have told me it would be like some chaos, and I think when I arrived in Lagos, it was somehow chaos, a lot of noise, cars. It was a special smell, I think, when you arrive here. You had to be stressed out due to some, different atmosphere and something like that. From our home in Elepeju to here, get to Ajegunle, it takes about 40 minutes by car. But on the way here, the traffic is quite terrible. And sometimes we're stuck on the road maybe more than an hour. The power failures and water things and such a basic living industry, it's not really organized well. Once we got used to it, then we found the people are really nice and we had enjoyed ourselves and we had so much fun. We would like to make some chance to go to the clubs or something like that, but we haven't had such a chance yet, but we'd like to go some class before we leave so that we can feel the Nigerian passion and something like that.
Sarah was opportune to have her fair share of Nigerian entertainment. She witnessed the never-say-die high-life musician Fatai Rolling Dollar perform some of his melodious tunes.
It's nice to see such an old man playing music, and he's young again when he takes his guitar. It was really nice. I've seen some comedians who were coming there to do their show.
The first thing they start to come here, I go there. If you see my man, they shout for people. Don't ever come and say I go there. What is the meaning of that? He there, dash my man 200,000 and she come. I go there, here you go.
I didn't completely understand them. I saw that a lot of Nigerians were laughing with them.
What makes you a man is the millions you have. Yes. Give him best side. Person get best side, make it waka like this. Get 6 million, the waka will change.
I think you have a lot of great talent. We brought some kimchi, which is our most famous food, known where around the world as well. We brought some kimchi, and the people tasted, and they found Nigerian people also eat some spicy food, right? Yeah, and kimchi is a kind of spicy food as well, so they found kimchi is really nice. I've eaten pounded yam, if you want to know that. They brought us some food of Nigeria, like amala or something like a fish, cooked fish, something like that. I've seen like so many things. I've seen there was a lot of proudness, I think. People were like very proud. The people I interviewed were very proud to be Nigerian. That's something I've been hearing all over, and they were like telling me to bring over a good image of the Nigerians, that people, they are not happy with the bad image that exists of them. And I was really impressed because I have seen the people improving their computer skills. So I would like to say an example. There's a girl in group 1, and she actually didn't know how to drag and to click, something like that. But at the end of the training, she is able to use the Excel program, and she can draw something on Photoshop, and she was really catching up fastly. Yeah, so I found that people are really a fast learner. For me, myself, I need time to make something good. So I think also these people, if they take enough time, they will make great things because they have a lot of talent. People show their interest to us. So I found that people are really nice. We are having fun in Nigeria and African people.
Okay, so we just found out what those foreigners think about Niger. Now, we want to know what you think about airlines in Nigeria. In particular, which one is your favorite? This month's People's Choice is your chance to make your views known.
In the past, traveling by air used to be regarded as a luxury for the wealthy and high-flying businessmen. These days, air travel has virtually become a necessity. With the decline of our rail services and the deplorable condition of some major Nigerian roads, the traveler who needs to reach his destination in a hurry will readily choose to take a flight. Today, there are several airlines operating within Nigeria, and some are working hard to distinguish themselves through their services. Some offer online booking services whereby people can make their flight arrangements over the internet. Some airlines are introducing discounts to frequent flyers, youth corpers, and other special groups. But this month on People's Choice, we'd like to find out what you, the public, really want from airlines.
First, the speed. You want to get to your point of destination very quickly.
The treatment of the cabin crew. Look at you, madam, how are you? Give you what you want, whatever you ask for is there, they will give it to you.
They land it and take it off. And being on time.
We'd also like to hear from you what aspects of the airlines you're dissatisfied with.
Some of the air hostess, they misbehave sometimes, they do. And some of them, when you ask them for something, to get that thing back takes time, sometimes you won't get it.
The services are very poor. I'm giving you 14,000 naira to Abuja, you are giving me a scotch egg for 50 naira.
There was, I think, juices, and that juice of the poorest quality.
I had a little delay at Cairo. Supposed to take off by 3:30 Egyptian time. They moved it to 5, from 5 to 8. And from 8, we finally took off by 8:30.
Book the previous day. On getting there by 6 a.m., surprisingly, they didn't book me, they didn't check me in. So even at times, your flight can be cancelled.
Nigeria now has 20 locally operating airlines, as well as a number of international airlines, taking off and landing at any of our 4 international airports or 18 domestic airports. But people who fly outside Nigeria are very aware that in many ways, the services on offer are not up to international standards. As the aviation sector revitalizes, there's plenty of room for better competition. And we'd like to hear from you, those airlines that, in your view, are leading the pack.
Yes, Virgin Nigeria services were exceptional. I fly them from Lagos here to Abuja, and I really appreciate their services.
Aero are trying their best. I can say to a reasonable extent, they are trying their best.
International flights, of course. The best I've experienced is Emirates. They have brand new airlines. Everybody, you have your own individual TV, and you can control it individually. Whatever you want to see, you see. Whatever you want to listen to, you listen to it.
What do you think? You can tell us by texting PC, the airline's name, to 33570. That is PC, the airline's name, to 33570. Or alternatively, you can send an email to pc@nigerianinternational.com. A special thanks to our media partners, The Guardian, Business World, and Castles. You can find regular updates on the People's Choice in any of these publications. So go ahead, make your vote count.
And so many people are asking so many questions, just like me. Got nothing to do, just stopping there one day my dreams will come true. All my life, it's always on my mind. Not so long it seemed that I've been dreaming once again. It's not that I am lazy, it's not that I'm not strong. Situation in this nation is giving me no choice. Even though I know fit to give up, but then I just keep asking myself, when am I gonna be what I wanna be? When am I gonna see what I wanna see? Time is thinking and I can't wait no more. Dreams ever come true in the spite of this world. When am I gonna be what I wanna be? When am I gonna see what I wanna see? Time is ticking and I can't wait no more. Dreams ever come.
We at Nigeria International just want to say congratulations to the Golden Eaglets for winning the Under-17 World Cup, and to the Super Eagles for qualifying for the Nations Cup. The way Nigerian sportsmen are taking center stage in the sporting field is the same way Nigerian fashion designers are making waves. Let's meet a few who have gained international recognition.
In the ever-competitive world of fashion, Nigerian designers have taken their labels across borders. Wale Adeyemi is a UK-based stylist and designer. This British-born Nigerian initially took fashion as a hobby. After a trip to Nigeria at age 19, he realized that this hobby could become a lucrative business.
See, I think it was 91 I came, and I used to manufacture some shirts here. I had a few machinists here that were making shirts, linen, and I'd take them back home, sell them, kind of thing. And I thought, yeah, I could make some money out of this. And then my aunt used to send me fabric from here, and and obviously each garment I used to sell as a one-off piece, limited edition piece, because obviously the fabrics were there's only like 2 meters in a pack. So I used to make jackets, and I'd sold them for like £45.
His well-tailored urban designs have made his clothes popular among international music and sports celebrities.
I describe it as somewhere between a curb and a boutique, which means the curb is like the street element, and the boutique is the glamour element. David Beckham, Rio Ferdinand, Ashley Cole, Jermaine Pennant, Patrick Vieira, Alicia Keys, Beyonce, Craig David, Robbie Williams. They're just, some of the people that have worn my clothing.
Ituen Bassi owns a high-end fashion label in the UK. Like Wale, she embraced fashion while growing up and took it seriously in her early 20s.
At the end of university, I started sort of going into designing. Then I became a designer, and I had all kinds of challenges with tailors and people that had to convert my ideas into actual products. And my going into fashion formally was born out of my frustration at being able to have my ideas transformed to products. So that's when I left Nigeria to go study fashion design in England.
Data Okorodudu's venture into fashion was an extension of her already existing corporate gifts company in Nigeria, JD7.
The oil industry started stressing on local inputs for business gifts. And I saw myself making jute bags and tablecloths and bed sheets with inputs of Ashoki and Ankara and there. And then it just occurred to me. And then sometime about 5 years ago too, the Nigerian fashion scene just like, whoa, exploded. And I've always loved fashion. I've always been a fashionable person. I've always had a natural flair for creativity and for things that look beautiful and all that kind of thing. I've always dressed up my mom, my sisters. And I just thought to myself, hey, you have the machines, you're already making tablecloths and you're good at this, why don't you just start? And I'm like, okay, a lot of already established fashion design, let me just see what I can do. And I started really, very unseriously. And before I could say Jack, whoa, I had so much orders that I couldn't cope.
For Wale and Itwen, competing in the European market meant overcoming some stereotypes about Black and African designers.
Yeah, I think that being a Black designer in the UK is, they think that you just design clothes for Black people. If an African designer does a particular style, it's just like, well, it's ethnic or it's African. But if a European designer does it, it's like, oh, it's the best thing and it's this and it's that.
I would say that my designs are ethnic simply because I'm using African prints. Because, you know, Kisharel used ethnic prints a couple of years back. They didn't say he was an ethnic designer.
For Data, the African inputs worked to her advantage, as she was featured in this year's DC Fashion Week in the U.S., alongside top designers such as P. Diddy and Betsy Johnson.
I heard there was DC Fashion Week going on. I sent a letter. The first letter I sent, they were like, Then I took a copy of some of my design and sent to them. They were like, wow. They have two sectors. The normal designers, then they have the one they called International Couture Collection. So they bumped me from the normal whatever and put me in the International Couture Collection. And I made sure that most of what I did there had local fabric inputs. The way I do my local fabric, I don't do it in such a way that people will see it and run, oh, this is too African. No, I try to do something that can pass anywhere internationally.
And I will be right back. Welcome back to NI.
For those of you just tuning in, this is Nigeria International. I'm your host, Mike Majic, and I'm lounging on one of the lovely couches here, available at CMC Complete Interiors.
We continue our look at Nigerian fashion designers who are taking their labels across borders. The Nigerian influence in the international entertainment and fashion industries is widespread, but not readily noticed.
I think that a lot of Nigerians don't know how many Nigerians are involved in other projects, you know, whether it be, you know, a lot of these artists that everyone's looking up to, you know, the Alicia Keys and the Beyoncés and the Craig Davids and Ushers. There's people in their camp that are Nigerian in some shape or form, whether it's hair and makeup, whether it's styling, whether it's tour management. You know, there's someone there that's in the production, there's someone there that's from Nigeria that's helping to shape form their careers. But not everyone knows that. Everyone just thinks, oh, you know, Nigerians are going to be doing law or doctoring and that's it.
Local designers have to overcome some hurdles in order to gain the recognition that foreign-based designers enjoy.
Infrastructure, that's number one. We need infrastructural support. In South Africa, South African Fashion Week is organized by the government. The government gives them the environment. The government gives them the tools and the funding to do it. Number two, getting to that professional standard. Everybody can just wake up one day and say, okay, I want to be a fashion designer. It doesn't work that way. You have to have the taste, you have to have the standard, you have to have the flair. You understand? You don't even have to be a fashion designer to own a design outfit. But you need to understand the workings. You need to understand how to make a business out of it. You need to understand the standards that the international standards have been set, so that you're not limited to just your local environment.
Ituan and Wale are using their experience and expertise to help raise the standards in Nigerian fashion. Wale was involved in the Nigerian reality talent show Nokia First Chance as a stylist for the contestants.
I wanted to come over to participate in this Nokia First Chance because it's just to show Nigerians that we can create our own superstars and we can export our own goods to other countries. You know, not everything has to come from America or from the UK for it to be great and for it to be a certain standard.
A couple of times I came visiting and went to visit friends that had fashion shops and found myself teaching the tailors what to do, how to do things, and teaching, you know, a friend of mine ran a sewing school, and, you know, I went in and gave lectures and things like that. I thought, you know, I could take this, you know, a little further. Maybe I could come in and teach, maybe I could come in and work with people, you know. And I'm working towards opening a retail outfit. And, but I think it's much more than that. I would also like to participate and be an integral part of the fashion industry, the apparel industry in Nigeria. I think, you know, Nigerians are absolutely unbelievably talented, and I just think, you know, we could do so much more with the talent that we have.
This time around, I'm also looking at stores, and because I'd love to, you know, supply, because I sell all over the world, but I don't sell to Nigeria. So it'd be an honor for me to have my stuff in stores here.
While many more foreign-based Nigerian designers are trying to pitch their tent to Nigeria, Data feels it's time Nigerian-based designers take their goods abroad.
We need to also internationalize our own designers, our own goods. I mean, the balance of trade is actually against us. You know, we have to balance it. Bring in some, let's also take some to them. We can do it, but we need support from the government. We need to get ourselves better organized, and we need to just accept the international standard and work towards getting up to that standard.
We've come to the end of this week's look at the wonderful diversity that is Nigerian life. Don't forget to cast your vote for the best airline in this month's People's Choice. Also, don't forget to watch another episode of the TV show for Nigerians around the world. Same time, same station next week. Till then, go around, come around.